Welcome back. I'm Lynda Kinkade. An all-civilian SpaceX crew will attempt a historic but risky spacewalk in the coming hours. Members of the Polaris Dawn mission will be orbiting more than 400 miles above Earth at the time. Only mission commander Jared Isaacman and SpaceX engineer Sarah Gillis will exit the Crew Dragon capsule. Their ship doesn't have an airlock, so all 4 crew members will be subject to the vacuum of space. SpaceX is counting on its brand new spacesuits to keep the team safe. Joining us now is Colonel Chris Hadfield. He is a retired Canadian astronaut with NASA and former commander of the International Space Station. He's also the author of the book, The Defector. Pleasure to have you on the program.
My pleasure, Lynda. Pretty exciting night.
It's a really exciting night. So the coming hours, the first all-civilian crew will attempt their first ever spacewalk in spacesuits that have never been tested before in space. Talk to us about this mission. Would you describe it as groundbreaking?
Well, there are a couple things happening for this spacewalk that have never happened before, and that is one of the SpaceX capsules, they're going to let all the air out of it. It'll go down to absolute zero pressure, vacuum. So think what that would do to your laptop computer or to a bag of water or any sort of material. So that'll be an interesting stressor on the vehicle itself. And then the 4 astronauts are wearing spacesuits that no one has ever worn in space before, and no one has ever done a spacewalk in. These are the first spacewalking suits, brand new ones, since like 1980. So over 40 years. So testing all sorts of things simultaneously and 4 people's lives at risk. So yeah, it's a really significant night, but they've done their homework, and hopefully everything will go okay, because we really need that suit.
Exactly. And 2 of the 4 will be doing the spacewalk, of course. The commander of the mission is a billionaire, Jared Isaacman, as well as the SpaceX crew trainer, Sarah Gillis. They're going to exit the capsule. They're going to remain outside, one after the other, for about 15 minutes. Both of them maintaining contact with the Crew Dragon on the handrails. Explain why that is important.
Well, they're plugged into the Dragon capsule almost like a baby inside the womb. They have an umbilical cord that is giving them oxygen, it's giving them cooling, it's giving them communications and data. So it's impossible for them to drift away, and they're not going to get separated from the ship. They're going to do things really methodically. I spoke at length with the commander, with Jared Isaacman, about this spacewalk and how necessary it is to be procedural and step by step and do one thing at a time. But you're right, they will one at a time go up, make sure everything works properly, try some foot restraints, some maneuvers, make sure the suit behaves, and then they'll take turns, each of them pushing themselves out into the emptiness of space while the remaining 3 people are inside. And I've done 2 spacewalks. That moment, Lynda, when you pull yourself out of a spaceship, out into the universe, is so spectacularly different than the rest of your life that I sort of had an inkling of what Sarah and Jared are about to experience.
And so this entire mission obviously comes with a lot of risks, as you've outlined. They are due to splash down back on Earth about 6 days after launch. How will you deem this a success if all goes well, and what could this mean for the future of space travel?
Well, right now, there are really only maybe 2.5 different types of spacewalking suits in the world. The American one that I wore, which is sort of the child of the one that was on the moon back in the 60s. And then there's the Russian one, the Orlan, that the Chinese have made their own version of. So to have a new high-tech, this century spacesuit with all of the advantages of things that we've invented since then. This has a heads-up display in it. It's using modern manufacturing techniques. We need a suit like that as we start to go back to the moon, as we start to settle on the moon. The process has to become simpler. It's like looking at a diving suit from the 1800s versus looking at how people dive now. And we need that type of advance. And so I think this mission will be a success if everybody's healthy and returns okay, but also if they successfully test this new spacewalking suit and learn all the lessons and bring that back to continue to improve and evolve this suit for everything we want it to do in the future.
It's very exciting. It's certainly an incredibly looking, like it looks incredible, that spacesuit. More like something you might see on a ski field. So hopefully all goes to plan. We will be watching. Good to have you with us, Colonel Chris Hadfield, a retired Canadian astronaut with NASA, the former commander of the International Space Station. Thanks so much.
Thanks very much, Lynda.